All right, so we have now the contact form saved in Google Sheets. If we see what's next on our plan, we have it right here. So we have a contact form. Now we have this contact form going through this little incomplete n8n workflow. Why incomplete? Because it has not yet initiated this route, basically. It has to do this. And obviously, after that, we need to also store it in the database right here. What we would do now is to focus entirely on ElevenLabs without integrating it with n8n, so that we keep them in two separate boxes. Once we have initiated a phone call inside ElevenLabs, then only we will do this integration. So therefore, now we are going to focus entirely on this little area, and then we will go to the next one. So let's go to ElevenLabs, and in the API documentation, we would want to create an API call to initiate a phone call. It's inside conversational AI, and we want to do a Twilio call because our phone number is from Twilio, and this is the API that we want to call. This curl is basically what we need in a few extra setup that we need to do. I'm going to copy this entire curl from here, come to my Postman and create a new tab, and then import from here a new curl. All right, so here we have a few things to set up before we carry on. The first one is this API key, which is basically the Twilio API key. If we go to the documentation here, we can understand what is that API key here. So basically this API key is your ElevenLabs API key. And then we will carry on with the rest of the setup in just a minute. So let's go to ElevenLabs and bring our API key. So in ElevenLabs, you need to be logged in. Then go to settings. Pardon me, not settings, but here in this menu, you have API keys. And then you can create a new API key, whatever you name it. By the way, the access here, you can give all the access or you can give specific access. So if you give no restrictions, that's a little bit unrestricted and it's kind of like can be harmful. So be mindful of what kind of access you give to that API key. For now, I'm going to just do it like that. It's educational content. And anyways, I'm going to remove this API key after the recording. So you need to be aware of not having very open API keys all the time. So, all right. So I have that copied in my clipboard. I'm going to quickly paste it here. And now in the body, I need some stuff. I need the agent ID, which I can get from the agents, which is inside conversational AI agents, Samantha. This is my agent ID. I'm going to copy paste that in this payload. Then I have agent phone number ID. I have my phone numbers in here. If I click it, I get the ID from here, paste it here, and then two phone number. So I'm going to use my phone number. And if I click on send, I'm supposed to receive a phone call, and I receive the phone call now.
Hey, Surya. I'm Lisa, the recruitment manager of DTM. Can we talk for a minute?
So I received a phone call. Obviously, since I pranked my wife earlier, it's saying "Hey Surya." Why? Because the message says like that. Now, what we can do is we can initiate a call through simply a postman. If I recap what we started earlier, we said we're going to initiate the call from this contact form, and then it goes to ElevenLabs. Now, our system A and system B conversation goes on exactly in the same way. So this is my system A, this is my system B, and this system A, for right now, it is Postman. What we're going to do is change this from Postman to n8n, and then we just tested ElevenLabs in isolation. So that was the whole point, so that we know exactly what sort of an API request do we need. But before going to n8n, I would like to explore a few more options here in this n8n API. I want to also send some data, some more data, like the greeting of the n8n. Like I don't want to say, "Hey Surya" or "Hey Emil." This should be the first name coming from that n8n workflow that I have in place. So basically here I have an n8n workflow that is a contact form, and that contact form contains this full name. So I want that to be different. So there is some more information that I need to send here. Let's go and bring that piece of information. So if I click on this, then I can see a few more options here. Here is, so the agent can be overwritten and then the first message. So the conversation initiation data, the conversation config, and then the first message. Literally, this is the piece of information that we need to send to our AI agent. I already have this somewhere here. In order to make it short, I'm going to go and copy that right away. So this is one way to send dynamic variables, which is kind of like dynamic variables here. And the way that we can use this dynamic variable inside our API, I'm going to just bring it to this endpoint so that we can make it work like this in a dynamic way. So I am passing a variable. This is user defined. Like literally, this line is my definition. I define this name, and I pass it as Alex Doe. And I want to pass it to this endpoint. How can I use it inside here is like this. You add a variable, and then you type a new variable. All it does is it puts these curly brackets around a name. So this new variable is your variable name. So in this case, we have named our variable participant name. I'm going to paste it like this. So now when I save this, it is asking me to provide a default value to this. I'm going to call it Emil Sire. That means like when this variable is not provided in the API, it's going to call or talk to me as Emil Sire. Let's try it out. Initiate the call, receive the call. Okay, one more time. All right, so this is failing, and the reason is very clear because we have used a parameter here or a variable which we're not supplying. So we're going to supply that information now. If I supply it, I receive the call.
Hey, Alex Doe. I'm Lisa, the recruitment.
So what we have done is we sent Alex Doe as a parameter from the postman, and then in here we greeted it like this. We can do further information here, like for example, position applied. It's just a random example I thought about, and then this could be another variable, for example, position applied. And then you can pass an information here, position applied, JavaScript developer, just for example. I'm going to save it here, position applied, web developer. Now, if I initiate this call, I receive it, then it's context aware. Hello?
Hey, Alex Doe. I'm Lisa, the recruitment manager of DTM. Can we talk for a minute?
Which position are we talking about?
We're discussing the JavaScript developer position you applied for.
So it now knows about information that I can send over from where? From that particular workflow, from all of this information. Like all of that information is going to go to that HTTP request. It's going to know about the remarks, it's going to know about the email address, LinkedIn URL, and so on and so forth, and whatever information else we are going to supply for that. So with this much information, now we have pretty much a clear goal on what to do. We have an API that we can call to ElevenLabs, and that initiates an actual phone call with all the parameter data that we need to supply for this outbound call. In the next video, we're going to connect this n8n form with this phone call so that we can initiate an actual phone call that's context aware. And then in the following video, we're going to listen back to the transcript that comes back from that phone call. So let's go to the next video.